Hello and welcome back to the College Football Final Countdown. Today I'm joined by Jackson Mantrella and my dad. Round of applause.
How you doing?
This week we are picking Game of the Week, and then there are 3 top 10 matchups that we need to predict the winners of. We'll have those takes for you, and finally we're going to be picking our favorite alternate uniforms we've seen so far this year or are planning to see this year. Jackson, let's start with your picks.
Alrighty, so game of the week, 3 top 10 matchups, and best alternate uniforms. Whew! Alrighty, I'm going to start with best alternate uniforms, and I'm going to go with, I love Boise State's new helmets they used last week. They say Broncos across the side. Those are pretty dope. I haven't really liked a whole lot of the gray uniforms this year, but I like the alternate helmets that are coming out with the lettering. So, game of the week, I'm going to go with a shootout here. It is a top 10 matchup, but it's not one of my choice 3, but it's TCU versus Oklahoma. It's going to be a shootout. Baker Mayfield's going to secure the Heisman in that game. 3 top 10 matchups now. So, obviously, Miami versus Notre Dame, and I got Miami in that one. Here comes the U. And we're going to go with Auburn and Georgia, and I'm taking Georgia in that one, number 1 versus number 10. And here's the real shocker, I think, for a lot of people. I'm on the Iowa train right now. I watched a lot of their game last week against Ohio State, and I was impressed, so I'm going with the Hawkeyes over Wisconsin.
Thanks for those picks, Jackson. We'll start with Game of the Week. Dad, what you got?
For Game of the Week, I'm going to go with Iowa versus Wisconsin. I think that that game last week where Iowa really just obliterated Ohio State was pretty impressive. And obviously they've got momentum. They're going to come out strong this week, and they're going to send the Big Ten into chaos, really, is what's going to happen.
Very true. If Wisconsin loses that game, there are probably going to be 0 Big Ten teams in the college football playoff, which would be huge considering how many teams they have in the top 25 right now.
Right.
So that'll be exciting. I agree with you on that one. So we'll move along to, let's pick the alternate uniforms first and finish off with our top 10. So what alternate uniforms have you liked so far this year?
I'd have to go with the ASU Desert Chrome. I thought those were pretty awesome. And just a great color combination. I like the shiny helmets. So.
Yeah. First off, white jerseys just look sick, regardless. I don't think I've ever seen a white jersey done poorly, and then you add that copper, the white pitchfork on the helmet. That was tight. I also would like to give a shout out to the Rutgers blackout uniforms, especially the helmets, matte black with the silver knight on the side. That was really cool. I thought that was awesome. Now let's get on to the big games of the week. Dad, who you got? We've got number 10 Auburn versus number 1 Georgia.
I'm always partial to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Georgia. This is one I actually could see Auburn upsetting Georgia. I think Georgia has proven in the past that while they're good, they can't take that next step and become elite. They've shown that so far, but I mean their big win is Notre Dame right now, and I think this is one Auburn could take from them. So I'm going Auburn. We'll move along. We've got we'll do Notre Dame versus Miami. This is going to be a big one. 3 versus 7. Notre Dame did lose that overtime game to Georgia, but have looked fantastic. Other than that, who you got?
I think they're going to come back strong, and it's the time of year when these games really matter, and I think Notre Dame's going to come to play. So I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
It's all about the U, baby. That turnover chain, they're going to be rocking it. I think I got Miami in this one to stay undefeated. Final game, TCU coming off a hot win versus Oklahoma. Baker Mayfield has been looking fantastic. I don't like him much, but I do think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback, and I'm excited to see that. I think I've got Oklahoma in that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. I was pretty impressed with Oklahoma last week, and I'm going to go with the Sooners.
Okay. And that's all the time we have for this week. Thank you once again for tuning in to the College Football Final Countdown, and enjoy the games. Have a great week.